Hello everyone, my friends, today we are reviewing. I have a very interesting phone from creator of OnePlus A. And this is on Nothing, phone second generation. I had Nothing phone first generation. But here's the second, the generation has finally arrived. The phone is sold to me in two colors. This is a white-black color, or rather even not black, but more grayish, or something comes in such an unusual box. To be honest, it seems like it's some kind of record inside, or CD. Well, no, it looks like a phone. What is it even here? Branded glitches are drawn that are on the back cover. They are like this LED strips that do blink when you receive notifications or when the phone is charging. In general, this proprietary feature of Nothing phone's phone. So I have Nothing Phone 2 with memory 256 GB and 12 GB of RAM. This is the box. This one is interesting, and how it opens. I don't really like that company. Nothing makes disposable boxes. That there you open, and then this box, just throw it out here. You need to pull it. Starts behind this red label like this. Shrink down to cardboard, and then we make this discovery everything. Basically, this thing is big or unusable. It's just disposable, creates a lot of garbage. It doesn't environmentally friendly. I think it would be possible. Don't do this now, on the contrary. The trend is everyone is trying to give up ecology extra packaging. Well, I don't know. Okay, we've unpacked this. Now we're moving further on. We are met by this one, a simple white box with some stuff texture. It opens like this. There, look, this is very unusual. Generally, unusual impressions from these products for Nothing. Well, it doesn't look like the rest of the boxes. Well, it doesn't look like it. Look, first of all, she's big and thin. It opens like some kind of book once again. Here we have the phone itself on Nothing Phone 2 special label, for which is worth pulling. And we take out the phone. I specifically chose it in black color brand fonts called Dot Shift. I don't know how to translate this correctly. Shorter font like these dots. These dots are kind of branded font source. So this thing, everything should open up here somehow. Yes. How here, guys, the moment of getting acquainted with the phone. Here it is. Oh, you're so rounded. He's so rounded, pleasant to the touch. Look here like this, like a glass cover on the back. Nothing, everything is visible transparently. Two cameras, two camera location. Looks like some 11-12 iPhones double flash these branded glitches. Yes, in short, the guys are still here, wireless charging. This is the flagship aluminum frame. A bunch of antennas, phone supporting 5G, 4G, 3G, 2 buttons, decrease volume increase from bottom connector for charging Type-C speaker 7 tray at the top. There is nothing but a microphone. Well, in general, this is what he looks like. You know, there's also a screen already applied. Film. Yes, the film is glued to the screen. Factory included with this phone is just some kind of unusual paperclip capsule. I like it so much, just a paperclip to open the SIM tray. The SIM tray is located below and it supports 2 SIM cards, SIM 1. And even here is this branded Dodge Rift. Look, SIM 1 signed SIM 2, flash drive not supports, as it is the flagship. Now most of the flagships are Chinese, and not only the Chinese go without support, microSD flash drives. Why so? Because how usually they already have a lot on board internal memory, and therefore no additional extension needed. Unusual, everything is so beautiful. Unusual two-way Type-C cable, 2 branded 2 with these fonts. Everything original, everything is so unusual, stylish, very different from others' phones. Oh guys, it's cool, but there is no power supply in this regard. They adopted this. They have a bad habit of saving money here. Took care of the environment and did not put you. We'll have to buy a power supply separately and fast. Charging does not cost very little. So it will have to fork out or charge some charger that you already have. The instructions are also all in these fonts branded. Yes, guys, it looks a little like Apple. When unpacking, there are the same bags there. Yes, paper type, very similar to Apple is unpacking. Well, that's all. That is, it's not here. Case, and there is no power supply, but there is film and very unusual impressions after unboxing this devices like this. That's it. I turn it on. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful phone. So unusual. It seems like it's something not a real phone. Looks like a template, or as if some kind of, well, you know, project, like it was developed, but not still to the end. Well, beautiful, I like how damn this coding is so interesting, okay? Turn on the power button and I'm waiting for it to start up. There is speaker cutout, is this? This is the game. Snake, hello. So well, here she is. Initial setup, standard Android, just a little redesigned vehicle connection. Let me quickly skip everything. Now, by the way, I already have a silicone case, which is separate. I bought this silicone, by the way. In general, you need to buy cases for this phone, only transparent silicone ones. Because if you take some deaf all-black case, you'll just lose the taste of this phone. Close the back cover, you will have these luminous rear ones are not available elements. Therefore, if you take a case for this phone, and I still recommend it, Take it so that the phone is saved. Take it here is the most common transparent one, so that everything was visible, that everything was in sight, guys. I'm just working on some movie I'm watching, or the series is very unusual. Animation is beautiful. Everything is so. So look here, there is a choice of 2 design styles, or choose corporate identity on nothing. When you have icons, will be in the same style, or choose standard Android style. Well, let's probably choose nothing, yes first, or whatever. Or better, Android special. Well, let's go. Nothing. So, let's see how they are planned. And now we get to work. The table that we see is completely black and white. The picture looks like we took out a computer. Some 80s. Very unusual. But the problem is that these are all applications which are standard. They will all have. These are the black and white icons, but it's worth it. Should we download some other application from Google Play Market? It will break out of this general system, as it were. Yes, the controls here are based on gestures initially, but you can switch to buttons. I can also highlight what is here case frames. They display frames. They here identical and also here by default. Worth dark theme. I generally understand that this is the company they love. Nastenko black color because they have everything in some kind of dark style or something. Design, look how small the frames are, just cool. He looks like Sensations on the real iPhone at the top, us in the center of the frontal in the form holes like this. Well, what can I say? The phone feels a little slippery. Yes, thanks to this glossy cover, and he's a little bit like he's all so chopped, but in the hand you can't say what lies very tenacious, oversized big. That is, I would like it maybe even shortened by somewhere a centimeter is long. Well, ergonomics probably, so to speak, be in ergonomics for convenience. Yes, okay, in principle. But here's something, somehow I still don't have a hand to him, I'm used to it. Let's set the time. More screen shutdowns will be present. There is such a pleasant vibration. Here it is, glitch setting. This is the setting. Yes, that we can somehow check them like they make, oh, how many different settings there are. Wow, the creators of this phone said that modern phones are very boring, are similar to each other, and therefore it is necessary to create something that is different. But I agree with him, that's for sure, different from other phones, although it's not very functional to say that this is absolutely necessary for everyone, man. But it's cool, toy like a child's. I actually got some kind of toy like that, impressions, as if something like that interesting, cool, wow. The effect is there, guys, really wow effect here. We have 13 Android installed and type like some kind of nothing shell. Yes, how is it called correct on nothing with 201? And now I have something else new. It sways, but it looks basically like other. The shell even looks a little clean. Android has a curtain application menu so common in principle like everyone else, the rest of Androids. That is, well, nothing so supernatural like this multitasking menu looks like similar to pure Android slightly modified icons. That's all the menu is black and white, that is super simple. What else is there? A scanner. Here, by the way, installed, I thought that there's a big power button here. I thought there was actually no button here. Here, the scanner is in the screen that is here. You should touch the screen again. Let's try, and the phone is also unlocked. Face, unlock. Somehow I can't get used to black-white topic. I don't know, too. I think might be kind of sad. Some people will like it, but I'm more used to it. Some brighter colors, therefore, standard interface on nothing. Well, me, it doesn't really come in yet, because I can't find my way around all the icons, even find some identical ones. Certain applications are quite difficult when everyone is the same black and white, so I installed a little brighter wallpaper, so rich orange. What do we have? Here the screen is 6.7 diagonal inches big screen, not small 6.7. Almost like something about Mac's iPhone diagonal is healthy. So in the screen settings you can select the frequency. I can't even change the settings. You see how difficult it is to navigate. Everything is black and white. Here are the settings. Screen settings here, by the way, full HD, plus they didn't bother to make a permit. Some kind of 2K, 4K resolution made the usual full HD plus 29 aspect ratio set by Corning Gorilla Glass is also available. Always on display, when you have a display on all the time displays. For example, clock time, maximum brightness, 1600 no, and maximum frequency, 120. Hertz AMOLED matrix in settings you can change the brightness. Auto brightness enables screen timeout dark, or turn on the light theme in the status bar show. Certain moments there. Colors can be set to saturated or standard or change color rendering to a colder shade to a warmer one shade purity update. I have now dynamic mode is when the phone itself changes the frequency depending on the situation. You can choose a standard one frequency 60 Hz or always high 120 Hz, but I will choose dynamic if I display auto rotate screen. Turn on, turn off, and the screensaver is here. Actually, all the screen settings, the screen is good. I like it. I even has no complaints about the screen, just a great screen for its size. The phone is not small, its length is 162 and 1 millimeter, width 76 and 4, and thickness 8 and 6 mm, phone weight 201 grams, front glass Gorilla Eye for 10 glass, also a Gorilla Eye, and this side panel frame made of aluminum phone K. Unfortunately, it does not have full protection against water, according to the IP67 or 88 standard. Therefore, it is not officially protected from water from complete immersion in water, such as flagships from Samsung and Apple. But here there is light protection from water, from IP54, from light splashes of rain and from dust. That is, this is such an easy defense present here, that is completely with, I wouldn't recommend swimming with him, but if got caught in the rain, no big deal, wiped it down and continue to use. One more phone feature is here, special red indicator on the, in fact, it can interfere on the contrary, or on the contrary, it can be cool to be up to useful for someone when he lights up when we shoot a video. When we go into video mode, let's start filming. See, now I stopped filming and it doesn't light up. I just clicked to record a video with us. This LED is activated and you can always understand that you are recording a video. Someone is recording you. If a person apply the background too, this red light is on the indicator, blinks like this too. Feature. Now let's move on to the battery. Basically here, the battery is not the biggest and the phone lasts an average of a day, but the battery here, 4700 milliamps. There is charging fast. 45 watts is fast charging, which needs to be purchased separately. He supports a maximum of 45 watts. By the way, compared to other Chinese flagships, are actually not that big of a deal. A lot of 45 watts. Some budget one, there can still have 67 watts in kit. Here is a flagship phone and only 45 watts, but there is also wireless charging here. It is 15 watt. And also wireless. Reverse charging is only 5 watts weak if we charge via wire. 45 watt power supply, it will be charged approximately 56 minutes an hour. In about an hour, it charges from a fast charging. If we charge wirelessly, 15 watt charging, then charging time increases approximately twofold. Yes, it will charge already 130 for 40 minutes because wireless charging it is weaker than wired, but with this is your opportunity. If you're in no hurry, you can just put it on wireless charging and you will have it for 2 hours to charge it. By the way, what sets it apart from the Chinese? Many flagships. What is here after all? Many have wireless charging. Chinese flagships save on this and they charge wired but very fast. There is more than 100 watt. For example, all I have downloaded, the new firmware restarting the phone. By the way, I hope for long-term support. Seems like a serious company. I think they will have to be at least 3 years old. Update this phone is done phone, by the way, in China. But for some reason it is written London, England. Well, as I understand it, probably have a registration somewhere. The phone itself designed Bei London, shorter design London. Made in China phone wake-up animation. Look, I like something on the side. It's growing. Look, it's beautiful to me. Seems beautiful. The sounds are so cool. Notifications peak such sands. Yes, the animation is unusual. You know why? Comes directly from the power button, that is. They done. So you press the button and how as if you have the screen of the button itself grows in an unusual way. The whole system is updated very quickly. An update occurred. That is, I didn't even manage to notice literally minutes and everything, and the phone was updated to new firmware for mine. What about the processor? The processor here is from the company Qualcomm model Snapdragon 8, plus John 1 is not the top one, but it's before the top one, you can say the second best. Now of all, the Snapdragons of it is 8-core 1 super powerful player, Cortex 2-3 powerful Cortex 710 and 4 energy-efficient cores, Game Cortex, a 510 made in 4 nanometers, and includes a video core Adreno 730, which pulls perfectly. The games will last at least another 5 years. I think from memory, there are 31 memories here. 12 GB internal RAM is very also a fast and powerful version of Bluetooth 5.3. So what do we have for benchmarks here? Gaining 1,037,000 points. What is very good dirt indicator? Up to 37 degrees and losing 5%, the battery is not autonomous. The best indicator is 5% lost. It could have been better. Next benchmark is the memory speed here for 1000 is the reading speed of UFS 3.1. The recording speed is not so fast. NFC. The module here has 10 touch sensors and throttling test exactly after about 5 minutes. Performance drops by 20%, and graph already turning yellow, that is, there is throttling here, but it's not to say that it's really huge, but still not small. 20%, something like this. Well, this is ultra graphics, are the highest graphics with smoothing with fourfold, actually high FPS with a rich picture here, PUBG going. It's a pleasure to play. By the way, the phone hasn't warmed up yet, but I just started the game, so warm up. He probably hasn't had time yet, but I'll tell you that this is a full-fledged gaming smartphone. Yes, of course, now there is Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, it even more powerful. But in general, such phones, there are not enough of us yet. Dragon 82, well, really, you can count there on your fingers. Snapdragon 8 plus John 1, he somehow now more popular even now. Even here are the new models coming out specifically for 8 plus 1, probably just because he seems to be cheaper and more accessible in terms of ratio price quality. It's good, and Snapdragon 8 plus 1 is an improved version of 8G. One improved transferred to another plant, improved energy-saving energy consumption. More precisely, that is really good processor for a couple of years forward, while heating is also imperceptible saw. So here we have that stereo sound. Still, I didn't notice something. Yes, stereo sound. The sound comes from this dynamics from conversational multimedia below. Everything is like on the flagships. In fact, it is flagship on Sing makes really their flagships, by the way. There are not many phones, product line. Well, on Nothing. One, on Nothing 2. And that's it. They don't have such a wide range like other brands, loudspeakers here. And what do we have here in the main cameras? 50-megapixel camera is a Sony module MX890, and the second camera is 50 megapixels wide, width 50 megapixel. There are only two rear ones, cameras, wholesale, zoom is not here, but it is optical stabilization on the main module. Here is the front camera at 32 megapixel phone can shoot video in 4K 60 FPS, but recording in 8K not available here. Well, I think she is. You don't really need 50 megapixel. Shirik is very good detailed, and he should also be able to do macro do. So wait, is it with or without autofocus? Should switch to macro in general. Look at our photos and Shirik. Well, by the way, I can't say that it's exactly 50 megapixels. Let's try to apply 50 megapixel mode here as the quality 50 megapixels, but I didn't have it turned on. It was yes. I didn't seem to have the width on 50 MP. Everything is now on Sony camera. MX890 costs the same. Van plus 11 is the same in GT3. Realm was 2 Pro and 1 Plus, that is a bunch of heaps. Phones received such a camera, 890, and by essentially 890 MX is the same MX76, which also well known to everyone, so wide. Well, yes, the width is simpler than the rear one lens. Maximum zoom is not available in 50 mode megapixels. If we switch to 12, then only 10x zoom small, that is, this is not a flagship phone based on the photo and video parts, but also above average, above a couple more examples of street photography here. This is me photo 50 megapixels, but such a detailed approximation shows that detail is not the best anyway. Everything on distant objects is blurry. Yes, so picture 1, and here's picture 2. Well, yes, I think maybe there will be more updates. Well, camera flagship here. This is exactly according to the video recording. You can make a cool video from stabilization with pauses like these. Rear LED blinking, but there are many Chinese who can do this too. Do eat slow motion night panorama mode. Time lapses, macro photography. I finally found her. Here, these are the kind of photos you can take macro for some reason. I took a photo and open it gallery. Wow, what a macro mode here. Cool, clear, look. Macro camera here, it's generally awesome, very clear, very much. So I'm taking a photo, let's say look. I open it to look at this photo, and for some reason it takes me back to the previous one. What kind of tank is this? I'm doing it again, photograph I open. And I have on the last one flipping, trying to flip here. Look, bam. I open it. He eats me last. It may finally be possible to turn the page. The firmware can still be updated even later because the phone recently came out, well, just a few months ago already, but we can say that the program will be completed differently. Notification styles can be selected on glitch. That is, when will he be some kind? You will receive an SMS like this glow. These things, why do you need this if the phone is lying down? Like this, back up then you can immediately understand what you need something. It's also cool that you can adjust it here, volume. That is, you can see this scale. Yes, here we press the volume on me displayed on this strip is mine volume is cool. Decrease, increase. Well, the sound here is stereo loud. Sound good quality, I liked it. Total. That can we say about this phone? Powerful phone with cool design with unusual icons. Pack the icons here are unusual. The system itself is, well, simple. Android 13 is simple, redrawn with unusual fonts. Here these dots are very unusual. The box includes a protective film for 2 SIM cards. There is a lot of RAM. Internal memory price is not cheap right away. How long is this phone now? Worth it. But for lovers of something like this unusual, who wants to be different from all this very rare phone, very such a company only, well, basically few people know from ordinary people there who are not interested. Few people heard anything on their phones, something about this company. A young company. Well, only those people know mainly who are interested in this topic follows phones. This is an attempt to be like this. How exclusive are you, let's say so. A man with an exotic phone here. In fact, well, I'm not bad before the flagship would say inferior ultra flagship. But before the flagship, it's essentially here separates from the flagship something that is not there. Full benefit of protection. No telephoto optical zoom, there is no complete moisture protection. And probably the fact that it's still not the latest generation processor. Not Snapdragon 8G2 but 8. Plus _G1 everything. And everything else is there what you need. Cool screen. Cool sound, premium materials, very unusual. The design is unique. These are unique chips with glowing things on the back. So that this is how it turned out. On nothing, Phone 2. Everyone, thanks for watching. Good luck, everyone. See you soon, meetings and bye.